Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another One Piece anime episode review. And man, was that ending part of the episode with the animation of Law, Kid, and Luffy just peak animation from One Piece and the One Arc. What more can I ask for the Toei? Toei has just been knocking out of the park with the animation for Wano. This is movie budget animation, and they're giving this on a weekly anime show. Yeah, I think it's a done deal. In fact, that Wano is the best anime arc, and if not the best anime arc, mostly because of its animation. Like no other anime arc can touch this. There's been multiple, if not 20 to 30 plus moments in this arc where we've gotten beautiful animation that looks like it came out of a movie, out of a One Piece movie. Like I saw a comment on Twitter say, I thought this was One Piece Stampede, for crying out loud. But this was a great episode. Listen, let's talk about it. It's not gonna be a long review because the episode was kind of just short in content we got. So last week, obviously we saw the traitor being revealed, which was Kanjuro, and at the end of the episode, obviously Kid, Law, and Luffy showed up when it looked like our 9 scabbards were out of the water and they were dead. So yeah, anyways, what happens next after we get cut to it? Essentially, obviously the scabbards are happy that Luffy showed up as well as the others. We see some display of some of the Straw Hat Pirates and stuff like that as we obviously see their introduction scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, now the one thing the Beast Pirates are kind of taken aback by is like, well, I thought we destroyed the Straw Hat ship. Which lo and behold, we get a flashback scene cutting back to, I guess, in the night before the raid. Obviously the Straw Hats are all sitting together, deciding what they're gonna wear for their obviously battle preparation and stuff like that, and how they're gonna prepare for the battle. And then lo and behold, this is at the same time when we see the bombs that the Beast Pirates throw into the ship happen. They all see this going on and stuff like that. As you know, Frankie gets to the ship. Hold on. Get back from the quick thing I had to do. So what happens is the bombs hit the deck, but what we find out is from Frankie, from Frankie, we were told, well, guess what? Because my ship's made of obviously the tree. Well, we all know the tree is. Essentially, my Sunny's indestructible, so it practically did no damage. The only damage it did was the fact that we had to fix the sails, so that's why we took a while, Kinemon, and stuff like that. So obviously, that's what happened and things like that. Now, obviously, the most important thing is that they're asking is like, but what about the other allies, like the, other, obviously the other rebels, the other allies, they're like stuff like that. Where are they at? And obviously Luffy's like, well, we don't know where those guys are. Yeah, we thought they were all coming to the party because we don't see any reinforcements and stuff like that. So yeah, the one thing I did like in this whole scene is they gave each of the Straw Hat Pirates, and some members of the other pirates, like their own way how they took down some members of the Beast Pirates and stuff like that, So that was pretty cool. Now obviously that whole aspect of, where are the rebels and stuff like that, but then that's when you kind of have some of the Beast Pirate guys. For some reason there was this butterfly chick that was pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. But they explain, after we found out everything too, actually, before I say that, Kanjuro, he's watching all this and he's kind of shocked at like, what the hell? How are they supposed to get here? And stuff like that. He's just utterly shocked at how obviously the pirates are here and everything. But yeah, now that's when obviously I believe it's the gifters. They explain to everybody like, yeah, the reason why you have no allies here is the fact that what we did is after getting the news of, of you guys showing up to Tokage Port and everything. We found out about that from the leaker from the information. So what Orochi did is he destroyed all the bridges, he destroyed the boats, and any other reinforcement stuff like that. And that's why you have no allies and things like that. Obviously, they're like, are you fucking kidding me? Obviously that's what's Keen. And Kinemon, he's just apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry, this is all my fault and stuff like that. If it wasn't for me falling for Orochi's trap, I'm like, it's not your fault, dude. Like, one of your scabbards was a traitor. One of the scabbards was a traitor this entire time. It's not your fault. And stuff like that. So it's looking like obviously Luffy is like, well, I guess this means we're on our own, but hey, you got no choice left and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, they're like, see, we now know this is the only day you can raid. Now guess what? Now that you can't raid, we'll just find you the next day and we'll kill you. Also, too, they also say the reason why we're also throwing the Fire Festival is not just for the Fire Festival alone. It's for the celebration of the alliance between Big Mom and Kaido. And the funny, I found it hilarious how Big Mom was on Kaido's when he was transformed into a dragon, his head, which was pretty cool. So that's revealed to all the Worst Generation members, Kid Law, Luffy, the fact that Big Mom is there. It's funny because Carrot and Chopper, they're like, we have to deal with her again. We barely escaped her in the 2 arcs ago. Obviously Usopp's typically scared too, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a celebration of the Big Mom and Kaido Beast Pirates alliance being started and stuff like that. So yeah, now what happens up next is, well, guess what? I guess we're gonna take this thing into my own hands. So Luffy starts getting involved in the fight also, but you get a nice banter between freaking Law, Luffy, and Kid. And it honestly looks like it's out of a manga page because you have it to where there's like this slide thing and Luffy's just standing out of it. And then he's like, hey, come on, let me have this, Jaggy, or Trappy, and stuff like that. I thought it was pretty cool. At the same time, they were playing the orchestral, they were playing over the top just with no singing in the background by obviously the musician, but they're playing it over the back. And you just have it to where Kid, Law, and Luffy, they're like all having, I guess, some sort of mini competition to see who takes out this one boat. And essentially, they all take out this. They just destroy this beast pirate ship. You have Luffy going to Boundman, Gear Fourth. Law does his injection shot. He also knocks out the one hot butterfly girl. I forgot what movie it was. But that whole thing was crazy. The animation was god tier. You had this one part of when they first get on the ship, you have Luffy just using his arm stretching all over the place, and then the camera's just moving, following Luffy, and then he takes out the one green bird guy and stuff like that. Again, you have Law taking out the cute butterfly girl, and then again you have Gear 4th Luffy, Law doing his injection shot, and Kid doing his punk vise with, I guess, is one of his ultimate attacks, and they all single-handedly destroy this ship together. Although they're like fighting, they're like, it was me who destroyed the ship. No, it was me. Oh, please, I destroyed the ship, for crying out loud, and stuff like that. So it's funny. The banter between these guys are just hilarious. Kid and Luffy are like the two, obviously, like the two kids, and Law's just like, oh, I'm the one that did it, guys. And it's just funny. It's funny. So yeah. Now the episode ends off with the fact that it's like, oh, we'll see what happens next. And we see obviously Kiroshiro, who our allies do not know is Denjiro in reality. He starts he starts on a ship, and the Beast Person's like, oh look, an ally, it's ally Kiroshiro. And Zoro's getting ready to gear up to fight because he remembers him, because obviously Kiroshiro gives Zoro problems and stuff like that. And that's when Kiroshiro just attacks, or Denjiro attacks the Beast Pirate ship and cuts it in half. And that's and everybody's in shock. They're like, what the hell? And he just gives a smile, and then that's where the episode ends off. Great episode for the animation wise and stuff like that. We get some explanation to why how the Straw Hat ships were obviously still there and stuff like that. The next episode preview, it seems like we're gonna get the explanation for why Kiroshiro has more allied ships and stuff like that. Or Denjiro has the allied ships. I'm guessing he provided them with what position he has and stuff like that. So yeah, looking good. Now obviously one thing is people I feel like are gonna say is they paced this episode pretty bad, because I heard this was only 9 pages, but I think for 9 pages is all right. Listen, if you're gonna be crying about the pacing issues, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know how far this what chapter this is in compared to whatever the current chapter is on in the manga, but I do know, like, this portion, we're in the Battle of Onigashima portion, and that's what the manga is in. So they're somewhat relatively close to one another, and you can't have the anime going over, so I envision that they're gonna draw out scenes longer than what it's supposed to be. So yeah, other than that, that's just kind of it. I enjoyed this One Piece episode. The animation was great. And I can't wait to see next week. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more One Piece content. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.